The future internet promises an exciting new world of services and capabilities. Significant amounts of sensitive data are generated and shared. How private is it? What are the new challenges? What are the new risks? All these delicate issues were discussed at this year's summer school, entitled Privacy and Security in the Future Internet. It's now over 6 years since ENISA, the European Network and Information Security Agency, came into being. Working for the EU institutions and member states, ENISA is in the frontline response to security issues of the European Union. It's the pacemaker for information security in Europe. Mindful of the need to share security information between member states, ENISA has, since 2008, jointly with the Foundation for Research and Technology of Hellas, organised summer schools. These have taken place for the past 3 years, each with a different theme. This time it was Privacy and Security in the Future Internet.
We talk about the future internet, so it's then the question what new business cases come up, what will be accepted by the society. So in this summer school we can talk about privacy and trust, because we need the trust into the technology and implementation and the applications and services that are accepted by the customers.
It's commonly acknowledged that the future internet represents a fundamental shift from the way networking is perceived today. It's expected to enable a plethora of new services, as well as bringing new opportunities for growth. And at the same time, though, new challenges for people's privacy are emerging.
And a lot of people will very quickly look at the settings and pick something or just go with the defaults. And as we get to the Internet of Things, when more and more of our things are on the net, there'll be more of a predilection just to use the defaults. So defaults matter a lot.
Although the system concept of the future internet is still the subject of debate among the research community, there is agreement that it will be made up of many different elements that will constantly interact with or without the user's intervention.
The new species are sensors, vehicles, things, your dog, lots of different devices, but also objects that we are not used to seeing on the internet. Because usually when we think about the internet, we think about computers. There are all these new species that are coming on the internet. I think what we are going to notice is that technologies that are maturing in the industry world are going to come to our homes, and then it will become very evident that these new inhabitants are here.
This year, the introduction of 3 panel discussions enabled the participants to obtain a good insight into ENISA's core activities. At the same time, it allowed even more interaction as panelists were challenged from the floor.
There's mutual learning. I think I take away more than what I deliver. So I think there's a lot for us to be learning. There's a lot of good initiatives going on in Europe as well. And I happily bring those back with me to the United States.
This is the second time that I'm attending this conference. I have to say this year I find particularly interesting the topics of cloud computing, and the talk from Mika Hipponen absolutely blew me away.
And the subject of that high-powered talk was about how attacks evolve over time and about the social motives of attackers. He highlighted the new threats and fixes for your mobile phone.
People don't just want a traditional antivirus on their phones. They're interested in more security as well, including fixes for practical problems. And the most typical practical problem you have with your phone is that you lose it or somebody steals your phone. And as an end result, we now have built into our products not just the antivirus and firewall mechanisms, but also functions that enable you to find your stolen phone or remotely back up your phone if it's stolen and then wipe the data off the phone. And that's the kind of risks that anybody could relate to, because these do happen every single day.
The ENISA 4th Summer School on Network and Information Security has succeeded in becoming an established annual event. It's a very good example of ENISA's role as a facilitator of dialogue, offering a platform for the exchange of security information, experiences and practices between member states of the European Union.
It's already very important, and if you look to the agenda and to the amount of people that is here, and certainly the different ages, the different backgrounds of people that is attending, I believe that is making a very important service for Europe.
The role of ENISA, in my vision, should be enhanced, should be extended not only from the duration point of view, but also within the scope. So I really hope that with the future proposal, the legislative proposal from the European Commission regarding the mandate of ENISA, we will see that the ENISA role will be enhanced.
Plans are underway for the next summer school, to be held a little earlier than in the past.
We are talking about a summer school that the target audience is policymakers across Europe and beyond Europe. We are talking about industry. We're talking about all those researchers and academicians from around Europe and beyond that are interested in the topic of security.
And the topic of the next summer school is already set. On Crete from the 27th of June to the 1st of July 2011.